Well, hello everybody and welcome to my garden. And I have actually started straw bale gardening this year. I don't know if you've ever tried it before, but this is my first year that I've really tried, and I'm hoping to get some good results from it. Now, I've been planning straw bale gardening for a while, ever since I interviewed somebody on the podcast in 2020. And this year's a year that I decided to give it a try. Earlier this week I actually planted a tomato plant into one of these straw bales, which I'm now just adding a second tomato plant. But what I've done is I've arranged these straw bales, I've got 5 of them, into a W shape. And over the last 2 weeks I have been watering these straw bales on a daily basis, and every other day adding some bone meal as a feed. This is the conditioning phase that we have to do with straw bale gardening, just getting them ready for growing. And as you can see, we just take that tomato plant, put it straight into the ground, or into the straw, sorry, and it should grow. When I stick my finger in these, I can actually say they do feel very, very moist, and the straw should start breaking down, which also helps with the growing of these plants. But this is also an experiment to see what else we can grow in straw bales. So this one I've actually added lime to, and that's because I'm actually going to plant some brassicas. These are cauliflower plants that is going into this straw bale, which I think is going to be interesting to see how well they do, whether they actually grow well compared to the others. I said it's going to be a good experiment to see what does well in these straw bales, to see if it's worth carrying on in future years. I'm hoping that this straw bale gardening is going to prove itself to be pretty successful and end up leading to a fairly weed-free way of gardening, a fairly less time-consuming way of gardening. But I don't know until we try. I think that's enough for the cauliflowers in there. Now this, as I said, it should be quite an exciting way to grow all this food here, and I'm hoping it's going to really prove well. This one here I sowed some pea seeds in the other day, and I put them straight into the ground. I'm not having much luck with peas at the moment, so we're hoping that that's going to work. Again, we will find out as we go on. This bale here is going to be for peppers and chilies, or is it? Yeah, peppers, chilies, that sort of thing. Again, we'll see how they get on. I'm not going to plant those out today because we're just not quite there with the weather for peppers and chilies. But this one here, I have put on top some compost. And there's a very good reason for that, is that I am going to be sowing carrot seeds into this. And I figured that for this, the carrot seeds needs to sort of get something to get started. So we've just put some compost on top. I'm using pelleted carrot seed for ease on this, which we just basically pop into the ground, pop into the compost. The advantage with these pelleted seeds is they are a bit bigger to hold on to work with. And we'll just continue this on until it's all completely sown. So there we have it. The straw bale garden is now set up. We got things growing in it, and we're just hoping that everything is going to come together. Hopefully, as I said, I'm hoping it's going to be an easy way to garden. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen, and keep following in for future updates to see just what happens. Right guys, I've got more gardening to do. You take care. See you again in the next one.